Hi guys, I'm gonna make a video about mud fossil, also about giants, human giants on planet Earth, but more likely the most important thing is to understand mud fossils. Mud, mud is humans and animals before we become petrified, we become mud or clay. That's better word, clay. Okay, so I'm going to show you a chart first, and then we talk about the mud fossils later. Okay, civilization of humans exists from 1 million to 300 millions. Planet Earth was planet of giants. Everything was giant. Giant trees, giant animals, giant humans, 200, 300, 400, 500, even more than that, taller. And what is the evidence? Right here. Petrified wood and trees, mud fossils, human giants, mud fossil footprints, mud fossil animals. Now you saw this chart, and remember, we're talking about giants, okay? And eventually, when catastrophe occurs on planet Earth, become mud. All right, so let's go back to the chart. Okay, once again, even though this place is beautiful, remember, we're talking about mud fossils of giants. Okay, so I'm gonna play this video, but I want you to think, put your mind thinking that this is mud, piles of mud, and they're not small, they're big, giant. Okay, let's play it. All right, as you see, very clearly you can tell that there were piles of mud. Okay, and this, remember, we're talking about planet Earth giants. So let's go to this place. Now I'm going to chart to make you see a video, and there you go. Let's play it.
My take on this, I know this is mud fossil tissue. I can see it. You see it? You see these blocks? Nobody put these up into blocks. That is absolutely mud fossil tissue. Now, no question about it. Now, and you can see how this is not something that did weathered patterns and so forth. That is muscle tissue weaving in and amongst itself. I have lots of it here. Now, this is obviously either was a huge vein, artery, which was still plugged with red blood, and they did this. However, when you look inside, we're going to see what the true nature is. My point being is that I think this might have been plastered over here densely with blood, dried up solid, then carved as like plaster.
Okay, you hear that? Flash. You just think as a beef. It's meat, actually. You can call that if you want. All right, let's go and play another video. This video is about this guy over here, and he's gonna talk about how it was carved into these new rooms, temples.
Power tools. Wait till you see what I'm going to say happened here.
Down and then going sideways. Yes, I didn't see it the first time.
Okay, I'll stop because I have other places to show you. This. A lot of places where you can see that they were soft as clay when they built this. Now let the other guy tells you whatever he thinks.
All right. It was wet. You could see that was wet. They just scraped with a rake or something. That's what I'm saying. That wasn't. They're saying, oh, it must have melted. No, it was wet when they did it. Now just look at this. This is mud fossil tissue. This is mud fossil tissue. That's bodily tissue. When you look up at the ceilings, it's going to be all mud fossil tissue up in the ceilings. And this is at Petra. Now this is all, that's from a mud fossil vein or something. or a tissue layer, whatever it is. They change. It changes all kinds of ways in your body. All right, that's inside one of the rooms of Petra. This is flesh.
Okay, let's stop right there, this video. And you hear that again? That was flesh of a human, big bodies. All right, let's talk about now about planet Earth, planet of giants, and the extinction of this civilization. All right, this is magnetic extinction, says over here. Is magnetic extinction is that's what they call, but it's actually is magnetic pole shift, pole reversal, and pole and Earth cycle, and this occurs every 12,000 years. So let's go to the next chart. As you see, this is a chart. I gotta go far so you can see the numbers. Okay, it says 12,000 years. If you follow this, it says global extinction, global disaster. Then, because it's every 12,000, it's 12, 24, 36, 48, 60, 72,000. If you follow this over here, it's all global extinction, global disaster. Now, if you count here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, it seems like every 5 cycles is an ice age. So this is an ice age, and this is an ice age. And so this 12,000 years ago, that's the Noah's Ark, the Bible story, right here. And because if the Earth has a cycle every 12,000 years, what does this mean? Means that the Earth is getting ready for another pole shift, a pole cycle. Okay, so let's go move to the next page. I want to talk about pole shift. This is pole shift. This is North Pole, South Pole. This is the center of the North Pole. If you follow the line, you'll see that this line is exiting, leaving the center of the North Pole. And the red line over here, the center is exiting and leaving the center of the South Pole. Okay, let's go and check. This is the map. We already know that the Earth is preparing for a pole shift, and scientists already know where the pole shift is going to be. So this is the new North Pole. This is the new South Pole. And it says over here, North Magnetic Pole, pole in motion, right here. Now I'm going to talk about the Ring of Fire. Ring of Fire is right here. There is few places where it touches the Earth, but most of the Ring of Fire is in the water. And the Earth selects the most active volcano volcano zone, most active, and this place over here is the most active volcano around here. And because being active so much means that this place is being polarized to become North Pole. That's how they become North Pole. Okay, once again, Ring of Fire. All right, before that. Actually, we're talking about the Earth and these pole cycles and pole shifts, but actually it's the sun. The number one subject should be the sun. The sun has pole shifts too. So when the Earth gets hot by these CMEs, the energy released by the sun, the Earth get hot from it's energy coming from the poles, and the poles get energy so much is built on Earth that the lava starts to come out, and that's how the Ring of Fire is around the world. Because when the Earth gets so hot, the volcanoes release all this poison gas. It's called carbon dioxide, and when the Earth is getting ready for the pole shift, it's going to flip to the north. But at the same time, the Ring of Fire is going to release all over the world the carbon dioxide, which will trigger to a climate change, very severe climate change. Now you know that it's not the sun, it's not the earth alone. It's the sun, the biggest thing over here. Okay, now let's go to this chart. I'm gonna get closer so you can see it. It says 1850 right there. If you follow the line to 10 to 15, if you get in red, and this is 2050, is before that. You can say 2025, 2030. That's when the new pole shift will occur. Now, I'm gonna go back over here where the map is, and I'm gonna talk about the mud fossils. When this moves, all animals, trees, and everything will move over there, the animals and human beings will be there for 12,000 years under ice and under tons of pressure from the thickness of ice. And that is, we're gonna stay there for 12,000 years collecting minerals. And then 12,000 years later, when the Earth is get ready for another pole shift, this North Pole is gonna go down to the tropics. And over here, this will heat up by the sun. And this, even though it's soft as clay right now, by the sun will heat up and it'll bake, all the mud will bake to become hard as rocks. And that's what happened in Jordan. Over here in Jordan, this place, when they moved to the tropics, was soft as clay. And all the survivors, they want a place to live, and so they want to build something nice. So because it was soft as clay, you can build anything. And that's how Petra was done. And it was not 12,000 years ago. That was 300 million years ago, when planet have giants. Because as you see, these fossils were enormous. They were huge. They were real big. And this is not 12,000 years ago. This is not 3,500, because the historians keep saying us that is 3,500, but it's not. It's when planet Earth was planet of giants. So just to let you know, thank you very much for listening. I think I got everything I gotta say, and I don't know, up to you. Thank you.